Thanks for listening to your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm Arif Halaby, Total Financial Solutions Save for Money Hour. Welcome back. Talking about your family's finances, getting out of debt, managing money, planning for your future. That's what it's all about. Well, this is a special edition. Arif's Top 13 of 2013. The companies, the individuals, the organizations that made a difference in our life, my life, both personally, professionally, and my family. And more importantly, folks, they all make a difference in your life. That's what I believe, because in Santa Clarita, we have a lot of individuals, companies, and organizations that are very powerful in the impacts they make in individuals and other people's lives, but also in the community. They make Santa Clarita a better place to live. This is very important you follow this. Why? Because I think your family's life in 2014 can be just as honored, just as helped, if you will, as my family and individually that I felt it. The organizations that make a difference, the individuals, the companies, one of those you've heard here before. Just in the last maybe 3 months or so ago, we had her on Parashar's Indian Kitchen. It's a family-owned, authentic Indian cuisine on Bouquet Canyon, just past, if you're going up, just past Plum Canyon. Actually right on the corner, I guess, in that center there. Yeah. Poonam, tell me about Parashar's Kitchen.
This is an Indian restaurant. We opened a little over 1 year ago, and we make authentic food. It's fresh food, nothing frozen or anything. So you can come anytime, enjoy it. We have kind of like you come and order right away. We have a buffet system too, and it's from there 11 to 9 whole day.
From 11 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Yes.
There for lunch and dinner.
Lunch and dinner. We call it combination plate. It's very quick. You can take that, and then we have, like any other fancy restaurant, you can sit and we have full menu. You can enjoy the food there.
Well, Poonam, the things that you guys have done, which are pretty amazing to me, is you've created Indian cuisine that has captured the natural part of Indian cuisine, and no MSG, none of the preservatives, real fresh. And if you're used to quality Indian cuisine, you think, wow, there isn't a good restaurant locally. I got to go down in L.A. No. Right here. What was the reason you opened up this restaurant? Why did you do this?
When I was little, 8 or 10 year old, I was watching my mom. She was a very good cook. I always watch her cooking. And I admire her when she was cooking, love her cooking. So it was always in my mind, one day I'm going to have a very small restaurant and I'm going to make same way my mom is making all the food. So
the recipes go back?
It's my mom's recipes.
Nice.
I can say my grandma, but I learned from my mom, so I will say that's she inspired me.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why we don't use frozen or we use fresh food, because my mom doesn't even know about any frozen food. So I copy her.
Well, authentic family historical cooking, regardless of where you're from. You're from the Middle East. My family's from Lebanon. My dad is. Growing up, we didn't even know. I was probably 12 or 13 years old. I spent the night at a friend's house. I came back and go, Mom, you wouldn't believe it. They make corn in a can now. And they look at me like, what? I go, yeah. Well, of course they did. But my dad had worked in the produce industry, and we always had fresh vegetables and fruit. He'd go down and buy a big case of tomatoes and split it up with his brothers or sisters, and we would get whatever we would need for the week. And that kind of healthy living, we had gotten away from a lot. But you're bringing it back now, and you're bringing it back in Indian cuisine. Now, what if somebody is a vegetarian?
We have a lot. I am vegetarian, so that's why my more choice is vegetarian and vegan. But we have a lot of non-vegetarian food too. So when they are vegetarian, we have a lot of choices on our menu, and they tell me I'm vegetarian, so I provide the food, and I'm very strict about that in the kitchen too.
Yes,
they don't even use the same utensils because I am vegetarian.
Yeah, so you're very strict about it.
Yes.
If you're a vegetarian, Parashar's Indian Kitchen on the corner of Plum Canyon and Bouquet Canyon, a wonderful place to eat, very authentic, very wonderful. And besides having a wonderful family, I love your daughters and your husband, wonderful people. What is your favorite dish that you make?
I will say my favorite is, because I am vegetarian.
Yes.
I will say rice and dal, which is lentil. I love lentil. I get my protein from there otherwise.
Yes.
And I will say my customer's favorite is chicken tikka masala, butter chicken. That's the favorite. Saag, which is spinach. Vegan like that, and vegetarian love that. And our naan, stuffed naan, that's my
Now,
favorite.
stuffed naan. Naan is bread, I've
It's a
learned.
bread.
And there are a variety of breads. It's not
Yes.
just one bread.
Yeah.
You must have 3 or 4 or 5, I don't know how many different
My favorite is stuffed with cauliflower. So.
stuffed with cauliflower. Boy, we're getting hungry already. Folks, we're going to be back in just a minute as we continue with our next guest, the top of the hour. You got to stay tuned with us. We'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to finish up this hour of the program. Parshar's Indian Kitchen, one of my favorites. How do we get a hold of you?
You can call me. Anybody want to hold me, they can come to kitchen and they can talk to me. I'm always there.
Yes.
I mean, right now I'm not there. My husband is there. So family member will be there. So I'm there from 10 to 9:30. We open from 11 to 9, but I go early and come home late, so I'm always there.
You know, what about a special dish? If we have a party coming up in a week or something, can we order that with you? Can we sit down and say, I want you to make a special Indian cuisine, and these are the different things I like? Can you sit down and put together
We do a lot
menu?
of catering.
Yes.
Mostly film crew. They come to me, and I
Okay.
do a lot of catering for them.
Yeah.
But weddings and parties too. So they come and they check my menu. If people they don't see something in the menu, I still make it because I know how to cook.
Of
So,
course.
Yeah. So they say, "Oh, this is not in the menu. What we will do?" I say, "Sure, I'll make it for you." So we make. It can be 500,000 people. We do catering too.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And you have a wonderful kitchen. I know back there that they're working very hard. We were there a couple of times, and actually at one point, you've donated to the scouting community, you've donated food to various organizations. That's what we have seen, and the difference that you and your husband have made and your daughters in the life of my family, personally in 2013. I want to thank you for that.
Thank you.
Because you have wonderful daughters that are very polite and pleasant, and as any parent, you want your children to hang out with other kids that are decent.
Same
So-
to you too. I love your daughter too.
Thank you. It's a wonderful pleasure having you here. Folks, we'll be back in just a second as we continue this hour of the program. One of the things that we want to cover this year is you need to go back and look at last week's program, because we have the top 13 that went all last week with, again, special guests. And then this week, we're going to continue all the way through to the top of the hour. So after NBC News, at the top of the hour, we have one of our favorite. I guess we have probably known this company and this individual, I don't know, got to be 4 or 5 or 6 years. But it's a very trusted company. And ladies and men, okay, men, if you want your wives taken care of when it comes to auto repair, we have, in my opinion, the best auto repair company coming up after the top of the hour, as well as, ladies, if you don't want to feel uncomfortable, you want to go there and know that you're getting a good deal. You want to know that your repairs are going to be done with honor and integrity, and not this crazy, we need to change the lube oil or the air in the tires, and that's going to be $50 per tire. You know, none of that craziness. We have the company for you, so I'm very excited about that. Just a recap for some of our top 2013, top 13 of 2013. We, of course, had KHTS Radio. Now, look, hometown station KHTS really made a difference in the community, and they have with disaster relief, keeping people informed with trends that are happening in the community, sports scores, great talk shows. That's what hometown station has been all about in our opinion, the last 10 years. They started from the word go and made a difference in the community. So that was pretty exciting. We're also joined by Dustin LaChance from Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A has been a company in Santa Clarita for 4 years and has made an enormous impact. Over $250,000 donated. Cash donated, gone. Not just in product or service, but cash donated to churches, charities, scout troops, sport teams, cheerleading, organizations that have made a difference, that made individuals' lives, and believe it or not, communities, a much better place, including here in Santa Clarita. So those are pretty exciting groups that we've been a part of. And again, one of my favorite spas in Santa Clarita, Beyond Harmony. You saw Rosemary. Beyond Harmony has made a difference in my life. It's a place to go and relax. I enjoy going and just kind of unwinding a little bit. And, they have great massages and it's quiet. It's one of those places you need to unwind a little bit. Made a huge difference. And, of course, Carrie Quashen from Action Family Counseling. Now, Carrie Quashen runs Action, drug treatment, alcohol, behavior stuff. Look, you can't know anybody in Santa Clarita that doesn't know somebody who's directly impacted by drugs and alcohol abuse here in Santa Clarita or even beyond. It has made a huge impact in making Santa Clarita a better place. Action Family Counseling. You know how to get a hold of them. Go to Action Family Counseling. Just check them on the web and you'll be able to catch up with them. And, of course, ending this hour of the program is Parshar's Indian Kitchen. Thanks for joining me again.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
You're welcome. What's your phone number there?
Phone number is 661-263-2300.
263-2300. Thanks for joining us.